And I'm like, girl, I'm your mother, okay?
Hey guys, welcome to New Hustle. So today we actually have something new that we haven't done before. So Noel, you want to explain?
We are going to be interviewing Paan Akeer.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, she's another YouTuber, by the way. We will put her link under the description. Make sure you guys go and
check
subscribe
her
to her.
out.
Yeah.
So she'll be explaining about what her channel is in a sec.
Yeah.
But we just firstly wanted to just do this intro so we can kind of introduce you to the whole topic. So basically it's going to be about her kids, because we got to chatting because I met her on a Facebook page, Friends of the Africans in Australia, and we started chatting about her kids, and I thought, wow, well, wouldn't that be a good topic? Just talking about her kids, like just asking questions about that, because I know eventually we're gonna have kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think it's really important for us. So this episode we've cut it into little bits. So this one it's just going to show the challenges that she faced as a parent.
Yeah.
In Australia. So I hope you enjoy, and please make sure you drop some comments,
any questions you have, we want to know too.
And we'll throw that at her. So please make sure you subscribe to her channel. It links below. Her channel's fantastic. Please get on it. All right, thank you so much. See you soon.
So hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube. So today we have a special guest here. Her name is Paan Akeer. Her name is right here, and she has a YouTube channel. You guys can go and check her out. And yeah, so we will just let her introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name is Paan Akeer, or you can call me Akeer. So I've got a YouTube channel that focuses on everything life. So I do a lot about kids. I do a lot about community issues in my community or African community compared to Australian communities. That's what I've been doing for the last 6 months. And I'm so honored to be invited by you guys to actually do this collab. It's my first time to do a collaboration. So I'm very, very honored. Thank you so much, Sally, for putting this together. And also thank you, Noah, for actually putting up with my lateness. I'm coming through and I never came. So I really appreciate that, guys. I'm looking forward to this video. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for it the whole week, as you can imagine. So yes, that's about me. And you can find me on Paan Akeer, Paaneaker, as they said, it's below there.
And we'll be adding her down below.
Oh yeah, her YouTube channel will be right here, and her name is Paan Akeer. I like the name though, Paan Akeer.
Thank you.
You know why? Because you know what, people struggle with my name here. I don't know whether you have that. People trying to people that struggle to pronounce your name here in Australia. Because I got it all the time. Like they said, "Oh, Nuha, your name is Nuha," and I go, "No, but you can call me Noah." So yeah.
It's a common struggle for us that come from ethnic backgrounds, getting our name wrong, or having to sometimes changing your name to please people so they can just say it right. So like a lot of my Australian friends call me Akeer. And so Paan Akeer, but my name is actually pronounced Akeer, but they call me Akeer because they just can't say Akeer with the rolling the R. So yes, I have encountered that problem a lot.
Yes, I just tried before and I couldn't do it.
You can call me. You can call me Akeer, like the furniture store. That's what I used to say to my friends too at high school.
That's what I want to say right now. You can call her Akeer, yeah.
Yeah. Fine. You're forgiven.
All right, Akeer, let's get to it.
Yes, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So I thought, so this interview is basically about kids, African mixed kids, and how you go about raising them in Australia. Yeah. Mainly because I think for me, eventually we're going to have kids, aren't we, babe?
Yeah,
Someday, yeah. Someday, no, it's like just wait a while. So I think it would be important for me and probably other mixed couples, or even other Africans that do come to Australia or whatever. It would be good to know how to help the kids grow up in Australia.
Yeah.
And just to talk about the challenges and all those kind of things.
Yeah, yeah.
So firstly, let's just quickly start with your kids. So you have, how many kids do you have currently?
So I've got about 3 kids. So I've got a 14-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 3.5-year-old. And like my kids, I come from quite a diverse family actually. My entire family, we have everyone as a part of the family. So we've got people from Rwanda. My partner was from the Congo. So obviously that would be considered, is it interracial? It's not interracial, but what is that called, Sally? English is your first language. You have no excuse not to answer me.
Yeah, multicultural.
I think multicultural, like
and I've got my daughter who's half Italian, half German. So actually half Italian, quarter German, and so my family's quite diverse. And I've got brothers and sisters that have had kids with people from Ethiopia, like all other countries in Africa. So my family is very rich in that context. So I've got 3 kids, and it's amazing. It's just fantastic having that they're much older, so they can help me with their little sister. But
that's great. Yeah. So all right, let's get on with the question so I can kind of all right. What has been your biggest challenges raising these kids in Australia?
I think one of my biggest challenges raising my kids as African, my 2 older boys in Australia, has been getting them to understand the original background, like where they're from, having to understand that authentic, you're African, you're dark, you're born in Australia, but people are always going to say where you're from. So having to explain to them their origins. So the heritage has been an issue that I had to really drum in at home, always telling them, reminding them where they're from. I love Australia and everything, but I think it's so important that they understand their origins. And they get it. My boys now fully understand that they can embrace both being Australian, as in born in Australia, but also embrace their differences where, like what they stand out, like Noah, the skin is different, their features are different. So when they were younger, they used to come home, ask me a lot of questions like, oh, Mom, like people are saying that I might not be showering well, that's why I'm really dark. And I had to explain to them, no, it's not that. It's just young kids not being ignorant because their parents maybe haven't had the time to actually teach them the different cultures where we come from. And then obviously it was quite hard in the younger years. So I had to get this beautiful, I forgot the author, but there was this really amazing book that was multicultural, and it had Chinese people, Indian, black, white, all sort of different races, and they all sat around in circle. But in the end, their love heart was the most important thing to them. So I set the boys down and like, we're all different. Like, as you can see, my friend was really good. My older son was really good friend with the Chinese guy, Daniel. And I said, look at Daniel. Look, Daniel is an amazing man. He's an amazing boy, but he's different to you, but it doesn't mean he's not the same. So having to explain to them the core essentials of being a human being, just being different and accepting being different, that has been challenging, because what I tell them at home, what they see at home is different from what they get in the general public. So that was challenging at first, but not so challenging anymore for the boys. But for Skylar, there's been a lot of questions that she's raising, like, why is my hair so curly? Why is my hair not like Zoe's hair? Like, I want Zoe's hair, like her friend Zoe's got straight hair. So she wants to have straight hair. She wants to have straight hair like Zoe. And sometimes she's like, Mom, are you my mom? You're so dark. And I'm like, girl, I'm your mother. Okay. So I'm going through different challenges with her now, having to also explain to her identity, like the importance of identity.
And I think that is a big issue. Like, I've seen movies, like we watched that Nigerian movie ages ago about that kid that went back to Nigeria and he hated Nigeria.
Oh yeah. You should watch it. It's a very interesting movie, and it's directed by this guy. It's a Hollywood, one of the Hollywood African American guy in Hollywood. It's a very nice movie.
It was very interesting, and it talked about basically they sent the mother sent the son home because he kept saying that he wasn't African, and he was almost insulted when people called him African. And sadly, that's quite a common theme in in America, apparently. In the USA, that happens, which is really sad, because they don't understand their identity. Exactly. So I think that's a really important thing.
So they send him back to Nigeria, to the grandmother, so that the grandmother can teach him all this all these values and about life and all that.
And I think that's
it's really good. It's really good. Yeah. Some of the stuff that you said here, we can even use it. Like some of the stuff that he said, and I can see myself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Well, see, one of the things that I had to do, to really get the message home for my kids was I had to send them back home. So I've sent them to East Africa for schooling, and also just for them to fully understand what Africa is as a continent, and to also learn about African history from African context, from African perspective. Because when they're born in Australia, the school system is quite different to what it is there, and there's not a lot of things. They don't touch a lot about African history in Australia. I mean, we didn't even do Indigenous. I don't know about you, but I think I'm older than you, Sally. And when I went to school here, we didn't do much about Indigenous studies. Like, there was literally nothing. Only 10 years ago did it change, where they're starting to thank the land and the people of the land, whatever. So for my kids, I felt like they were missing out a lot, and that was going to be harder for them when they become young men. So I thought, you know what, I'll send them back home. It's been so hard on me because not having my children with me, because they were literally joined by the hip to me. Like, they from the time they were 3 and 4, I've always lived a solo mom, like a single mom with them. Yeah. But I had to make the decision. It was a hard one, but it had to be made. And I said, you know what, I'm going to send them back to Africa, where they can really learn about Africa as a whole and just really get everything. Now they're starting to have a lot of different values that they didn't have before. And it's not like they were not naughty kids or anything. They were fantastic kids. They had no problem, understanding their origin, because I really drummed it in a lot, and their culture. But they've just learned things from different perspective. Like, you know what I mean? Just learning about other African cultures and other African tribes and other African countries and just everything. And they're amazing. They're completely transformed. Like, if you spoke to my son, you probably think he's like a 21-year-old, and he's only just turned 14. So it has been great.
I think traveling makes you grow.
It's really they say it is an antidote to ignorance. I'm not saying other people are ignorant out there, but they learn a lot. You see what I was telling you, was it 2 weeks ago? I said, when we have a kid, we're gonna send him back to Africa. Because you learn a lot of stuff. They learn a lot of stuff about life, because when you're born here. There is a smart TV right in front of your face. Yeah. I'm not saying they don't have it back home, but because they don't they're born with all these easy stuff around them. They don't know that
we have too many privileges in Australia. I think there's way too many privileges, and children.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't know that exists. So when they go and learn that stuff and they come back, they're like, okay, other people are living back in Africa, they cannot even afford it. So they come up with those that mentality. Yeah, it helps them a lot.
Yeah. I'll send you guys, I'll send you a picture of my son right now. Speaking of that, about understanding privileges and whatnot. I mean, we're not rich in Australia or anything. We're quite below average family. But I had to send Yannick, actually I was going to send both of my boys to a refugee camp, like a resettlement camp. And I have done that. And it's fantastic because he's living in a hut. There's no running water. He's actually really getting to have a great experience. I mean, he might come back and be like, I hated it, but I had to actually say, look, this is my background. As a young girl, I was in a refugee camp by the time I was 5. So they're pretty much walking in my shoes, but it's organized. It's like I didn't have a choice. I was thrown out, but with them, I'm planning it. I'm saying, hey, you're going to have to go and visit this family because you have relatives in the refugee camp. So you got to go and spend time with them. You got to see how life is lived there. And you're more than welcome to come back to Australia on holidays and have Christmas and have all the fantastic thing we have here. But you're going to know there's another side to life, Anyway, I'll let you answer. I'll let you answer the next. I'll let you ask the next question because we're going to spend so long on this topic. So interesting. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and there's more to come, so don't stop watching. I hope we're putting it up on Thursday. And the next one is actually going to be about
so we asked her questions about her kids and how they want to connect with their African roots and their culture, their tradition, everything.
Yeah, and so that's going to be the next video, so make sure you stay tuned because I think it's a really interesting topic. yeah, so please do, and make sure you subscribe because there's more videos coming.
Yeah,
and if you want more interviews, tell us.
And this is not going to be our first and last interview with her. She also got another interview when she's going to be interviewing us.
Yes, so apparently at some point she's going to interview us, which we're excited about.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe to her straight away. Hit that subscribe. She's amazing, and
she's amazing.
A lot of her stuff is like, as you've heard in the video, about her life in Australia.
I love her energy. Yeah,
and she's great energy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A bit more energy than Noah has right now.
Yeah, more than me.
Noah's
She got
a bit tired.
she got more energy than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, get on it. Alright, see ya. Bye.